The Night I Became a Girl, a New Year's party story. Jake leaned against his bedroom doorway, his gaze fixed on the bed where a carefully curated ensemble awaited him. A borrowed dress from Maya, sleek black heels that seemed far too fragile for his feet, and a small collection of makeup and jewelry that might as well have been foreign artifacts. His stomach churned with apprehension. He had never envisioned himself dressed like this, let alone spending an entire evening embodying it. The New Year's Eve party invitation had seemed innocuous at first, just a casual gathering to welcome 2016 with close friends. But there was a twist, a theme that left Jake no wiggle room. Everyone had to arrive as their opposite gender. When he'd first heard it, he laughed with the group. No chance, he'd chuckled, waving it off. But as the days drew closer, Maya, his best friend, had turned the pressure up. "Come on, Jake," she'd urged, her sly grin unwavering. "It's just for one night. What's the harm? Everyone's doing it, and it could be fun. Think of it as a little adventure." He'd resisted initially, brushing it off with awkward laughter. But Maya had this knack for nudging him just enough to erode his discomfort. Hours had been spent picking out an outfit, with Maya assuring him no one would make a fuss. "Trust me," she'd said, "once you're there, you'll forget all about the dress and just have a blast." Now, standing here, with the party only hours away, the dress seemed to hold a strange power over him. A part of him was tempted to back out, to shoot Maya a text claiming sickness. Yet, deep down, he knew she'd see right through it. And a small, unacknowledged part of him was curious. Maya's voice echoed from the hallway, snapping him out of his thoughts.
"Jake.
You almost ready?" She appeared at the door, already transformed into a striking figure in a sharp black suit. Her hair was slicked back, and bold red lipstick added a daring edge to her look. "Wow," Jake breathed, taken aback by her transformation. "See?" Maya smirked, stepping in with a confident swagger. "Told you I could pull it off. But tonight's about you. Let's get started." Jake sighed, his eyes drifting back to the dress. "All right, let's do this." Maya's excitement was infectious as she took over, helping him into the dress and adjusting it until it fit snugly. The heels came next, their awkwardness amplified by his inexperience, but Maya insisted he persevere. She turned the process into a game, laughing gently each time he stumbled. Finally, she moved on to makeup, her hands steady and sure as she applied foundation, eyeliner, and lipstick, coaxing Jake into a state of relaxation. Once finished, she handed him a mirror.
"There.
What do you think?" Jake gazed at his reflection, his breath hitching. The person staring back was a polished, elegant version of himself, with features softened and highlighted in ways he'd never seen. His usually scruffy look was replaced by someone different. It wasn't just a disguise, it was like unveiling a new facet of himself. "It's wow," was all he could manage. He turned to Maya, who was beaming with satisfaction. "You're a natural," she said, giving him a playful wink. "Now, let's go show the world what you've got." The drive to the party was a roller coaster of nerves and excitement. Jake's mind raced with potential scenarios, his anxiety peaking with every what-if. Yet, each time he began to panic, Maya would catch his eye, offering a reassuring smile. "You've got this," she'd repeat, her calmness grounding him. Arriving at the party, the sound of music and laughter spilled into the night. Jake swallowed hard as Maya parked. "Ready?" she asked, her hand poised on the door handle. "As ready as I'll ever be," Jake replied, surprising himself with the steadiness in his voice. Entering the house, they were greeted by cheers and laughter. Friends, all dressed in a mix of skirts, blouses, and suits, welcomed him with wide smiles. "Jake," someone called out, looking sharp. The warmth of the compliments caught him off guard, but Maya nudged him forward, her arm hooked around his. "See," she whispered, "no big deal." Gradually, Jake's awkwardness faded. To his astonishment, the dress became less noticeable, the swish of the fabric and the clack of the heels blending into the rhythm of the night. Even the makeup, a foreign sensation at first, now felt like a part of him. He laughed more easily, engaging in conversations without his usual self-consciousness. Each time he glimpsed himself in a mirror, he saw not just Jake, but someone more, someone confident, relaxed. The person staring back was still him, but with an ease he had never felt before. Maya stuck close, her support unwavering. She introduced him to new people, and to his surprise, no one batted an eye at his appearance. Compliments came freely, igniting a thrill that danced along his nerves. By the countdown to midnight, Jake found himself beside Maya, a quiet satisfaction settling over him. The room erupted into cheers, confetti raining down as the clock struck 12. Jake smiled, feeling the weight of the past year lift, replaced by an invigorating curiosity for what lay ahead. Maya turned to him, her eyes gleaming. "You are amazing tonight," she said warmly. "You look incredible, Jake." He blushed, the compliment striking deeper than expected. "Thanks, Maya. I actually enjoyed this more than I thought I would." Her grin widened, and she squeezed his hand gently. "If you ever want to do this again, outside of a party, I'm here for you. I've got your back." Jake met her gaze, her words sinking in. He knew she meant it, and in that moment, he realized this night was more than a whim. It was the beginning of something new, something worth exploring. He didn't have all the answers yet, but for the first time, he felt ready to find them. The days following the party carried an unusual sense of introspection for Jake. That night had begun as a playful venture, a simple way to embrace the theme of a New Year's Eve gathering. Yet, it had unraveled into something far deeper, an experience that refused to fade into the background. As weeks slipped by, Jake couldn't let go of the memory. The comfort he'd felt, the surprising confidence, and the ease with which he had embraced an unfamiliar role, it all clung to him, insistent and unresolved. One late night, after much deliberation, Jake found himself sending a tentative message to Maya. "Think we could do that again? You know, just for fun?" Maya's reply was instantaneous. "Absolutely. I was hoping you'd say that. Let's make it a thing." And they did. The second time was different, infused with purpose and curiosity. It wasn't about a party anymore, it was about Jake. Maya guided him through selecting outfits, refining his makeup skills, and together, they delved into this new realm of self-expression. With every attempt, Jake grew more comfortable. What once seemed strange now felt like reclaiming a hidden piece of himself. Each session in front of the mirror unveiled another layer of his identity, like peeling back a veil to reveal something familiar yet previously unseen. The transformation wasn't merely external. It was about embracing a long-silenced part of himself, allowing it the space to breathe and flourish. By the time spring arrived, Jake had quietly amassed a small collection of clothing, neatly tucked away in his closet. He wasn't entirely sure what it all meant or where it would lead, but that uncertainty no longer frightened him. What mattered was the freedom to explore, to question, and to discover. With Maya standing firmly by his side, Jake knew this was just the beginning. They were stepping into the unknown together, ready to embrace whatever came next.